Prime Minister Yingluck is in Cambodia as we speak.
Yes.
Talking to Hun Sen, the Prime Minister of Cambodia. Several main issues will be raised, but one of the interesting stories that came yesterday, which was denied, and now remains up in the air, is whether Kun Veera Somkwamkit and Kun Ratri, the two Thais jailed in Cambodia, will be released as part of Hun Sen's demonstration of his goodwill to Thailand or the new government.
The government spokesperson, the Thai government spokesperson, she said that Kun Yingluck will informally raise the issue with Hun Sen when they meet today. They're supposed to be meeting as we speak now.
Yes.
And she used the word informal. She reiterated that. And this coincides with what happened yesterday evening.
Yeah.
When the Cambodian Foreign Ministry issued a statement denying that Kun Veera and Kun Ratri are going to be released very soon.
So I think that statement might try to preempt Yingluck from raising this issue with Hun Sen.
Yesterday this issue became really hot, hot topic in Thailand, and there are several reasons that we believe is the reason why Hun Sen government had to make this denial.
So you believe that it was a real story in the beginning, and then it got sort of spiked later on.
Right. We have a feeling that the Hun Sen government want to slow things down a little bit.
Yes. Why?
Yes, because from the statement of the Foreign Ministry of Cambodia, it was obvious that the Cambodia doesn't want to be seen as applying double standard on to Thai governments. When Kun Abhisit was in power, the government said one thing about Kun Veera and Kun Ratri having to serve at least 2/3 of the jail terms. But now it's really very difficult to explain why they are going to be released. Especially even Kun Yingluck herself hasn't said anything at all about being informed about the release. So that could be the first reason. Cambodian doesn't want to be seen as applying double standards. The second reason is that it has to do with Kun Yingluck and Kun Thaksin. Whereas Kun Yingluck yesterday morning, she said she didn't know anything about it. So if Cambodia released Kun Veera and Kun Ratri too soon, it could be seen as it's the work of Kun Thaksin, not her.
That would be a problem.
Right. So it could be it could look better if Kun Yingluck has met Kun Hun Sen first, and then some announcement is made about the future plan, future amnesty for the two activists.
And that is the reason why the story first became a sort of a potentially big story, and then denied, and then it came back.
Yes, and I have my own theory as well.
Which is informally?
Right. I have a feeling that the Cambodia is having a second thought on this, the whole issue. Because Kun Veera and Kun Ratri feature in the whole big picture of the Khao Pravihan showdown with Thailand. So the release of Kun Veera and Kun Ratri could have some impact on Cambodia campaign against Thailand or Khao Pravihan. We still don't know yet, but the court, the world court, could just ask Cambodia, hey, you just released the two guys. So what?
So what complaint do you have against Thailand?
What about your previous complaints about Thailand?
That is the most important point that I am waiting to see how Hun Sen will sort of work on. While he is trying to show his closeness, his friendliness to the new government in Thailand in all the gesturing and all kinds of nice words, diplomacy, but it will come down to how he would handle the Khao Pravihan case with the Yingluck government. That counts.
Yes, and then all the other indications also pointing at Cambodian government want to slow things down a little bit. For example, initially we heard about they're going to allow Kun Thaksin to be on the football pitch, kicking off the match
Yeah.
between the two countries. But now we have heard that Kun Thaksin may not be there
At the football
at the
match.
football match. He would maybe leaving Cambodia one day before that also.
That's why I don't think we should read too much into the football match. I think it's just a fun game, but it has no real political significance, except for the fact that it shows that Hun Sen and the new government will not be like the kind of relation between Hun Sen and the opposite government. That's all.
Right, and it is not going to be very good for the Cambodian government to allow Kun Thaksin and a lot of Malaysia to be in the same place at the same time. It's okay for Kun Thaksin to make phone in to his supporters from other place, and then but to be a country where Kun Thaksin and his supporters is meeting,
and
that's a different story.
A big picture splash in
that's a different
international press with Thaksin and the red shirts and Hun Sen together could be quite, worrisome for not only Hun Sen but a lot of people.
Yes,
and Kun Yingluck will have to explain all this.
Yes, it's very strange diplomacy.
So all roads lead to Phnom Penh. We shall see who has the last laugh.